It's like, okay, I don't know who said that. Yeah, it's like we're gonna go in this search of ourselves, and then at the end we're gonna find. You don't know what you're gonna find at the end.
What bugs me is that most people I know, when you're 30 years old, they say, "What have you done?" Most of them say they're at a certain stage in the corporate ladder, or at some stage in their artistic career. They've generally done something pretty good, and I feel the need. It's quite important these days, just to get my own self-sanity, that I'll have to have something to say, and well, it's just going to have to be Great Wall of China. It's all good. Follow the Italian. Sumana, the monk from Singapore.
Does everyone have their own water purification?
Painkillers, Nurofen. Okay. How about diarrhea? Any diarrhea pills?
I have some herbals for that.
Okay, so some herb, and I've got a couple of pills. Batteries for torches. Extra batteries.
You can buy
Something we get tomorrow. Okay, we had a question mark for rope or carabiners. We don't have any rope, but I don't know.
I have one. Yeah.
We need to have one person climb up and then tie the packs on, stuff them up the top, and then all climb up individually.
Would that rope that you have?
There's an army one, yeah, meant for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's not very long.
Yeah. How long? 5 meters?
About 10 feet.
The team embarks on necessary preparations before heading out to the wall. Go China! The number of working ants. Simply outstanding. And when the team finishes their festivities in Beijing, they embark upon the 2-day journey by train to the wall. Ominous in appearance, the wall commands respect from the outset. Even in National Geographic have come to pay a visit. The wall fades out into the distance, and the walking must commence.
Buy a donkey.
Yeah. Commencing the 4,000-kilometre journey through the Gobi Desert, this is for the Chinese peasants the first time they've encountered the white man. Reliant on the hospitality of Chinese peasants, the group gets separated early on.
Yeah, well, So they got caught in the town that we were just at, and they got woken up about 1:30 in the morning, and the police got them and took them somewhere.
Yeah.
So they don't think it's a forbidden town, but they are they're caught, so to speak. So we probably very narrowly avoided that, and we're on the road again. Or we're on the run.
We're in the middle of the military zone. It's all on. Gotta be careful. The two Kiwi walkers managed to find the others in the next city.
国旗下现金切欧10月是收获的
Yet as team relations slowly disintegrate,
阳光
the ability of China to control its people slowly reveals.
Diego, I just think you're really antagonistic.
Is it not that? Not just that. You're very arrogant. You must get rid of that. You can't be a good journalist like that.
And we have the lucky to be all 5 different individuals, and it is good for personal work because you need to struggle with your personality and with other people's personality. But this kind of struggles is useful, produce energy.
You guys,
Each other's face.
like being in each other's face.
So if
That's a sadistic feeling, man.
the thing between us,
If you are yourself, and if you let other people be themselves, this is a really unique way to produce harmony. What is harmony? Harmony is just to be yourself.
We can actually do this on our own. This is our journey, it's not Diego's journey, and we're following on.
I think, or at least I thought, I don't know, I thought that it was pretty clear. I said pretty clear that that was never my journey. I never said it was my trip and that you were on my team under my order. If I was
excuse
planning
me.
to give you the things to carry. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Where does I invited you come into it?
I don't know.
Where does that come into it? After you, I think you just called Nathan an asshole. He said, and you said,
How was the whole conversation?
I can't believe that I invited you. Your manner is harsh.
Very harsh, actually. I must say you are arrogant. You must get rid of your arrogance. You cannot talk to everybody just like that. It's not just the respect, you see. You must know you're talking to people. And if the way you want people to talk to you, you should talk to people like that. I agree with him that you are antagonistic on everyone's face. Not only that, your arrogance, you must get rid of your arrogance. That's too much, actually.
You just like to be in camera.
Whether there's any fucking camera or not, I don't care. I learned the word from you now. Use your words, mind your language, be tolerant. And I've been quiet for 2 weeks, but I must come up with the things that I want.
Looking forward to getting to town, back to civilization. Hopefully we can get back in contact with loved ones and friends, but safe to say this week has definitely set out for all of us, I think, what this trip is all about. The good times, the bad times, the pain, the suffering, all that is part of man's lot. But at the end of the day, it's definitely been worthwhile, and I look very much forward to whatever the next stage has to offer. It all began to turn to custard. First of all, the monk Sumana got lost. He was right behind us, but when we waited for him to arrive, he never appeared. It took us 3 days to find out that he ditched walking the Great Wall and decided to hitchhike instead. The remaining 4 of us remained together for the next 2 weeks, but we too went our separate ways. It was easier to travel along the wall in twos, easier on the hospitality of the Chinese peasants, that is. However, the split caused the journey to turn into a race to be the first Westerners along the wall. It was here that the trouble really began. Typical uncoordinated me knocked over the mealies and porridge in the morning, pouring it all over my foot. Not only did I do that, but I poured it all over the monastery, to the dismay of the monks, who came straight in immediately on hearing the crash and bang of all the sounds. And upon cleaning it up, just as the monk left, managed to somehow knock the chimney off the stove. Obviously the monks didn't see that. But safe to say, they were pretty happy to see the end of us when we left. But unfortunately my foot keeps burning when I walk.
This is yeah.
It's kind people are helping. Yeah.
Yes, for me.
Chiga. For Chiga. Waman shall Chiga dua. So it's buhao. So
be happy with what you've done, which we have absolutely every reason to be.
And above all, happy with what you haven't done and what you cannot done, because it's also a question of accept our limits.
Yes.
This is very important.
Yes, yes.
In some cases, this will be very important.
obtaining food and water was always a big challenge on the journey. Sometimes we wouldn't eat for up to 2 days. The shepherds provided us with the most food, killing a goat approximately once a month. Everything was used.
哦，是如快，快又倒上，臭！我这个手还这个还没漏丢饭。
我换炉子。
你倒上。
Sometimes the weather got as low as minus 20 degrees. Coal is the main supply of energy in China, supplying 80% of her needs.
I think they decided to give the priority to the video production and to that side of the journey.
Yeah.
I hope they can do a good job.
Same.
I'm sure they will do. But I think that as we tested in these last 3 days, there are some really difficult passages on the wall, and we need the light equipment, and so we need to sacrifice some.
If you walk on it and you see how far back behind and where you've walked, you just have a sense that you have all the energy of all you've walked. Every single step goes into your next step. Sometimes we couldn't see the wall for days, as it had been swallowed by sand dunes. Generally, there would be a watchtower lying out in the horizon for us to follow. The Chinese used these towers to send messages by smoke by burning wolf dung. They would be able to send messages across China within a matter of hours. Cell phones of the ancients. We walked for 3 months through the desert. The next 3 months to Beijing were through the mountains. Got about 20 k's to go, and it's the last big snowstorm that we need to face for the stage, and then we can be relaxed and set out. As you can see, the wall, we're just following towers, staying a little bit high in the mountains so we can miss the gullies, because it's a lot trickier to navigate at the moment. It's slippery, so we'll just follow towers, see what happens, and then hopefully get down to lower land. When it gets flatter, we can see where we're going. It's pretty cool, pretty crazy. But yeah, definitely enjoying We came across all sorts of sites, both ancient and new. Animals were definitely a big feature of the journey.
It close.
Classic. Grinding down the flour, noodles were the staple of the Chinese peasants. One just needed to add water. However, sometimes they would have to walk up to 5 kilometers to gather it from the nearest well. Italy的.
意大利的。
对对对。
意大利的。
My Italian partner and I walked together for 4 months past the halfway point of the Great Wall of China before Paulo stopped to get married to a Chinese local. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah. At this stage, only me and the Argentinian Diego were walking. When I reached Beijing, 3,000 kilometers through the journey, just in time for the Olympic decision, I decided that I would go home as well.
因为我们只能指定一个城市，但是其他人的成就也值得我们的感谢。下面呢，我要宣布投票结果。29届奥运会。
The race to be the first Westerner along the Great Wall of China wasn't enough anymore. There had to be something else. There was.